10 years ago, I was standing in a room like this, delivering one of my training program on personal development. The group and I started to question the real value of those personal development programs. I have attended probably many training programs around the world in personal development and read tons of the similar books on the same topic. But there was always something missing, a piece that was omitted. We all want to achieve our dreams, but does those training programs really help us? I felt there was some piece of a puzzle missing. What is it that we need to do to achieve our dreams? What's one tool or one program or one methodology that gives us exactly what we would dream of? Not something like it. Typical classical question, isn't it? And as the debate in the room increased my burning desire, suddenly all my accumulated experience came to me in a flash. And I found myself in the room doing this. And this is how and where the 6 circles model was born. Everything we are in now, this is what we call our reality, is a group of old results. We will call them old here because they will become old when we apply the model. They are actually current results. My home, my house, my money, my culture, my education, my relationship, my health, my everything. If we really want to understand how we have reached where we are now, how did I get here, we will do a little bit of a reverse engineering to find out that there were some actions that we did or we did not do where we should have that led to those results. Let's dig deeper and go one step backward to find that there were our thoughts that led to those actions, that led to those results. Common sense, isn't it? So we think about something in a certain way, regardless, right or wrong, good or bad, they were convincing enough that made us act upon them that we got these results. So what happened is we think, we act, and we get. And this is how we shape our reality. And if we want to have better results, if you want to change this reality, if you want a better house, better car, better results, better of anything, which is a very legitimate right to everyone here, we need to do the same thing. We need to have different actions. And of course, different kind of thoughts. To alter our thoughts in a way that will be convincing enough to us to alter our actions, then we get new results. Sounds logical and simple, isn't it? Yet, yes, you probably have thought that, well, it's not as easy as it seems, yes, sir. You're right. There are 2 main obstacles that faces us when we try something like the 6 circles model. First one, we make this step of altering our thoughts, which is, by the way, a gigantic step to change the way we used to think about something for years. And as we enjoy the new thoughts while they are floating in our minds, when it comes to actions, we do something like this. We go back to our comfort zone again, and we do the same old actions. So what do we get then? Exactly the same old results. And this happens often in the meetings, in the living rooms, with our friends, with our colleagues. We talk about the brilliant ideas that we need to do, and what we do? Nothing. So we get nothing. Second obstacle is we do this big step, and we were serious enough to move to the second step, which is the new actions, new attitude, new behaviors, new performance, new everything. But in many cases, we get this, old results again. So we huff and buff and keep telling ourselves it's no use, it doesn't work. It doesn't work with this boss. There's no use with this man, with this woman, with this country, with this culture, with this organization, with this whole world. It's just no use. I tried, and it didn't work. I have evidence that it doesn't work. So the most common reaction of most of us in a case like this is that we go back to our old thoughts and old actions again, convincing ourselves that we did our best. It's just no use. And what happens then? We fall into this vicious circle of old results, old actions, and old thoughts with clear conscience that we did our best. So why does this happen? First, when we change our actions, people, they will get surprised because they were not there when we spent our time and we took our time doing this phase, which is a big one, our thoughts. They just do the actions. So they start to become skeptical because we took them out of their comfort zone, even if what we're doing is better than we used to do. So they become skeptical of us. They start to have doubts. They think that our motives, maybe we have hidden agendas. And they start doing, oh yeah, really? Come on, what do you want? And in great disdain, because of these reactions, we go back to the old thoughts and old actions. What we should do then is to stay there. Hang on to those new thoughts and new actions, no matter how many times you get the old results. And for us, for our thoughts to be promoting the new actions, we need to empower ourselves with 3 intelligent emotions, which are faith, determination, and perseverance. They will help us stay on there and never go back to the old circles again. And because we know that this might happen in advance, we become like psychologically prepared. We don't get shocked by the reactions and the negative reactions of the people or the circumstances around us. We stay there, and it's guaranteed that we will get the results that we want. And for faith and determination and perseverance, we need to practice them. That's it. Those intelligent emotions are just like muscles. That's it. And when you get there, you create a whole new reality for yourself of continuous success. Then it doesn't become a coincidence. Smart working on this step and this step, what happens then? You get continuous success. And when you get to the new results, enjoy, have fun, jump up and down. And over time, this becomes old. You want even something better. What do we do then? Put it in the old result circle and circle it again. Later in 2006, I had this idea of delivering the training program on the 6 circles, which I did for hundreds of people. And I saw the tangible results of people achieving their dreams using the 6 circles. So I had a new idea to write a book about it, to reach larger number of people and make use of it around the world. Then, and when I wrote this in my 6 circles draft, an old thought came to me and said, oh, yes, sir, this cannot be put in a book. And you have no experience in writing. Forget it. This bugged me for a year. And every time I start to write, I get nothing. Nevertheless, I started to write. Another group of old thoughts came chasing me. Come on, even if you write it, people won't get it. It just doesn't, it works only in a training program. It's about you, your presence, your coaching, your interacting, your presentation, your charisma, blah, 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 blah. All those ego-feeding thoughts kept chasing me for another 3 years. And one day, in another flash, I told myself, oh my God, how can I be so blind? Why am I not using the 6 circles model to write the book of the 6 circles? And that's what I did. I met a friend of mine who have little knowledge of graphic design. And I told him, listen, can you draft a graphic design for my book cover? He asked me, how far are you into the book? I said, 3 pages. He laughed out loud and asked me, 3 pages and you want a book cover? I said, exactly. Anyway, 2 days later, he gave me a book cover design. I put it in front of my eyes everywhere. Now I have a clear mental picture of where I want to head. And I changed my thoughts and I wrote in my circle of thoughts what was going to happen to my book when it's published. And surprisingly, when I did those 2 steps, the action steps becomes the easiest one. Words keep flowing and flowing and flowing and flowing. And in less than a year and a half, I got this, the 6 Circle book. The 4th edition is almost sold out now. And I remember in my new thoughts, I wrote exactly this. This is going to be a bestseller. I can visualize the people queuing up in the book signing event to take my signature and their copies. And guess what happened? This. Yes, they have queued up for my signature. I even remember that I wrote down some specific dedication for some specific people whom I expecting them to arrive at my event and to take my signature. Some ex-girlfriends. Oh my God, my wife is here. Hi, honey. And what happened? We have attended so many training programs on personal development. We read self-help books. They are all good individually, but they are not connected. How many times we read books about things I should start doing, things I should stop doing, achieving your dreams as a man thinks in his heart, strategies, positive thinking, visualization, etc., etc., etc. The missing piece of the puzzle, they were not connected. They needed that link. They needed to be organized in our minds. So all you need now is a simple 1 page, 1 slide, 1 tissue. You can actually draw it in your hands every time you want to achieve something. To make real use of all this information we've gathered, all we need is to 6 circle it. Thank you.